This is LifeChange. LifeChange is a Christian addiction recovery community of men and women working together to rebuild their lives.
Coming in here is a little scary at first. There's a lot of people here. You don't quite know what you've gotten yourself into. You just know that you have a lot of work to do. And there's people here that seem to love and care about you, and you're confused and you just don't understand what's going on. It's a big building. It's frightening at first.
That's a scary place to be when you really believe that there's no way out. And I think that that's probably what all of them have felt at some time.
The things that I notice mostly in the new guys is they get in a real big hurry, and they want to go fast. And one of the things that we try to encourage is for people to slow down. That LifeChange is a 4-year biblical program, and that we have time to relax and focus on what we're doing.
Number one common denominator is a deep desperation to change. I mean, it's called LifeChange. Someone really has to be motivated to go through a change process, because change is hard, it takes a long time, but it's absolutely imperative that we change the way we think and change the way we live if we want changed results. And if you've been addicted for a number of years, and if those addictions cause you a number of problems, you have to go through a change process. It's a unique environment because while LifeChange residents are not employees, they are given meaningful work and they learn to make good decisions. So we work a number of things simultaneously. We work on their spiritual life and transformation. They end up with a relationship with the living God. They end up learning how to be a good friend and co-worker to other people in our system. And they learn how to make responsible decisions. A man named Michael Dye at the Santa Barbara Rescue Mission, an organization very similar to ours, developed over the years a tool on how to deal with how the addicted brain works, and how an addicted person can go in and understand their brain function and why they do the things they do. Not just from a moral standpoint, good and bad, but also from a physical and chemical internal standpoint, understanding how we come to the conclusions we come to. He's put that together in a book called The Genesis Process.
The goal of Genesis is to help them discover the truth and learn new ways of behavior and find out what they did that got them where they are.
It's a workbook, so you don't just read, you're actively participating in it, and you discuss the things you've worked on with a Genesis counselor, and it's a great way to help process, because when we come in here, all the things we know are just spread out all over the place. And so it helps bring things together.
This isn't just a recovery program. I've been here 1.5 years, and we just started with things concerning mainly alcohol and drugs with our Genesis program. I have learned a new way to live. I've been in many other programs and they have not worked.
In LifeChange, they can come in and learn how to work and really get a certifiable skill or some kind of a track record that makes them very attractive to future employers. And we don't have a huge unemployment problem with our graduates.
Our LifeChange community runs the Tigard Thrift store 100% without any paid staff, and the one store generates more revenue than before when we had 4 stores all run by staff.
Criminal justice is growing. It costs somewhere between $50,000 and $100,000 a year. It's hard to pin it down for a person to be in corrections. It only costs us entirely about $10,000 a year to have a person in LifeChange. And they earn part of that $10,000 by working in the store, top to bottom. The store manager, the assistant manager, the dispatcher, the people who are on the till, the sorting room, the dock workers, the trucks that are going out and picking up thrift items to bring to the store, all the pricing. We have volunteers in the mix, but every key position is run by a resident of LifeChange who are not employees. They're actually volunteers working as part of their work therapy. They're program beneficiaries, but they are learning skills and decision making and responsibility in the context of work therapy.
It's changed my life tremendously just in this 8 months, and the work that God's done in my life and with other people, and the restoration with my family is amazing. The customers that come in, they become my friends, and they love to see us, and we give them hugs and just encouraging talk, and they're an encouragement to me.
A new lady would probably work with one of the other girls, and she would sort clothes. And that's how we would start her, and we would just kind of put her have someone take her under her wing.
I was just sick, and I knew that a 6-month or a year treatment program wasn't going to help me, that I needed a life change. I'm 51 years old today, and I've been in drug addiction and alcohol for the last 35 years, so it's pretty serious. I've been food service director for the last 6 months. After that, I went to the store. I worked in bric and brac. I also worked 6 months in the kitchen. I also went back to the store again for 6 months and was a clothing room manager. And now I'm the food service director.
A lot of the personality and issues that you've had in the past come walking through the door, and you have to face them day in, day out, and you have to confront some of the things that you've struggled with in the past. So yeah, I believe it is one of the tougher jobs.
I'm database, so I process all the donors' checks and information and store them into the computer. I really like the atmosphere of being able to do customer service when customers or donors call in and want to update the mails, and it's fun being upstairs with the staff, and you get to know them really well, and you get a feel for the donors, and you get to meet them personally, and the board comes in, so it's really a time to minister to our donors and tell them what goes on around.
Janitorial, painting, dock worker, kitchen, maintenance. I think that's it. And red truck.
We've designed into each of those jobs an educational component. You're not just given a job and told to do it, but you're provided with mentoring, training, provided by both staff and volunteers, as well as senior residents who will provide you with training. And again, at the upper levels of vocational training, we actually have skilled mentors from outside the community, volunteers who come in who have skills in either food service or retail management, and provide a great deal of vocational training for the positions.
LifeChange is the last house on the block. It's pretty extreme when you think about it. It's 4 years of cashless, intensive recovery. And it's not for everybody, but it is for people who have tried to get help through outpatient groups, AA, Celebrate Recovery, and they still relapse. They've gone into a short term, a 30-day, 60-day, 90-day program, and they relapse. They may have gone into a 1-year program and they relapse. And they realize they're going to have to go into a comprehensive, long-term environment that really looks at everything in the person's life. LifeChange is not just about addiction and sobriety. It's about how to live life.
Towards graduation in LifeChange, we have a career assessment and guidance component that we use, designed by a company called IDAC Group. We use their assessment tool, and we'll sit down with each LifeChange resident in the council phase and actually attempt to give them a comprehensive assessment. We're looking for something out of LifeChange that's more than just a job.
There are a lot of programs out there that'll tell you what to do, and if you do what you're told to do long enough, you get a certificate saying you graduate the program. In LifeChange, though, you have to learn to make the good decisions. So it's not just about compliance or conformity. It's about learning how to think, to take ownership, to be prompt and take action, and to think ahead. And I think that's what it's core to the overall philosophy of LifeChange.
You know, I still remember 4 years ago when, you know, I was in that motel room, and, you know, like I said in the video, I didn't care if I was alive or dead, but by God's grace and His mercy, He intervened on my life and showed me that there is hope, and I do have a future.